May 9th, 2025. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about drugs. And we're going to talk about the homeless. So tonight, it was getting, I don't know, I think it was around 10:30 here at first. And started seeing a lot of activity going up and down East 47th Street South. A lot of bikers. They're going to show that they can run those drugs here in Kansas City. Well, they're still running them. They're going to have to stop them. Now, Independence is out there. Independence just about 5 minutes ago went down the street. But a lot of activity. And they were running like 3 vehicles together, some of them. Now, not all, like I say, these are connected with the bikers and the drugs and stuff. A lot of white guys, one Latino guy. And I found it interesting tonight where all these cars ended up at, some of them. Now, they kept going around the blocks, going down Northfleet, going over up in Raytown up here, over by that station and stuff, and then coming back around. And guess where they ended up? TOMS Bar. And what I found interesting about TOMS Bar was that there was a truck sitting there. I'm sure they got security or some bouncer watching there too in their parking lot. Well, I just wonder why they need all that and what they're doing. But I'm going to show these cars actually going across, speeding across Northfleet here. Now, this is about 11:30 at night. And I'm going to show. Well, one of them actually didn't pull back into Tom's. It went the other way. I guess it thought I'd go that way, but I wanted to see where all these vehicles are going. And they're pulling in up there. Now, why would that be? I don't know. Why would they be going up and down the street, booming and doing other things like that? I mean, that makes that bar a really bad nuisance then, doesn't it? So let's take a look at this real quick. And like I say, I had one Latino, one Jose, up here at the top of the hills of Blueview up here, but they're wanting to run those drugs. They're going to try to take over the territory here in Independence and Raytown. See, some of them run up there to that Spanky's up there, that bar up there in Raytown too. But tonight, this is a new one. This one was going to Tom's over here. Now, usually they're running down on 40 Highway, so this is kind of strange. And this bar that opened up here, it was, I don't know if it was affiliated with that carpet place that went in, but that's where they had all that, I don't know what they were. They had a big old party up there one time. They had helicopter flying over. A big chaotic, like, mess is what it was. But it looked almost like a militia. I don't know if I got those pictures. Yeah, it looked like a humdinger of a thing here. Independence knew about it. Independence Cop. Well, it made headlines. All the news media talked about that thing when all that stuff was going on too. So let's just take a look at this for a minute. And like I say, this is the first time all these cars have tracked them back to where that Tom's Bar is. So hold on. All right, guys. So this vehicle right here had a Latino in it, and this guy sticking out his head, he looked like he'd try to control the situation. Well, he ain't control the situation here. They don't even, most of these over here don't even own these houses. They're just renters. They don't own nothing. But this one ended up going up into Raytown. And like I said, I wanted to show this first. Let me back this up just a hair, because I was trying to figure out where they were all going. They were going and this guy here, like I say, and real interesting. Oh boy, they try to intimidate too. Well, Independence is going up and down 47th Street. Independence went up about 5 minutes, like I say, before midnight tonight. But we're going to show where all these other ones ended up at here. So hold on. All right, guys, I'm going to start this. I'm heading back down 47th Street. And we had a lot of guys out on the streets up and down tonight too. A lot of activity. Some carrying booze bottles and other stuff too. But I wanted to show that. Now, this is my street. I'll get down here. This is right around 11:30. And oh, don't you just love to see these people crawling around? Oh, well, there's another guy on down we're going to show too, and make a second loop too. So we're going to go on down here, and just really interesting stuff. I made a couple 3 passes because I wanted to see what was going on. And these white cars too, some of them were going up there to that TOMS bar. Now, I don't know if this one was, but I can show you after. That's what was really strange about some of this stuff. Very strange stuff. So I'm going to make a left here. This is 47th and Northfleet. Hold on, guys. So this is my first pass around up here. And like I said, the cars are going back and forth. I posted about a 16-minute video of some of these cars going up and down too, earlier on my security cam. And so there's another person right there. I didn't even notice that one. But we're going to go on down here a little ways. And they were all crawling in here at this. Let me get this down for a second here. It's a little bit too bright. Let me go back here a little bit. So I noticed this truck sitting here. Like I say, way back I used to go down to Doc Holliday's down there by the old tool shed, and they always had somebody in the parking lots watching too. They didn't just have cameras everywhere, but they had. And I found this just a little bit odd. Now, I'm going to go on back around here, and we're going to show this. And some of the vehicles that was going up and down my street, booming and other stuff, were the same ones that pulled in here at this TOMS bar. And there's one that goes across here at Northfleet, man, and it just, I mean, it was flat out moving back behind the other one. But now it went back towards 7-Eleven. But we're going to show this real quick here. Oh, and then there was one sitting at the recovery place too. If I can find it real quick, I'll show that too. Now, why are they sitting at the recovery place when it's like they have it closed up? That was even more weird. But okay, now you see this vehicle? This one coming across here? That's one of the ones that's going to end up at TOMS bar. This one right here. But this other one coming across here is going to go speeding across. Woo! You see that? They've been going around my block over and over and over again. So I thought I'd just go out and see where these are all going. Now these guys, white guys here. And then there was another guy creeping around right here. You see this guy? This ain't the same. This ain't the other guy that we just passed up the street. I mean, some of these homeless and these druggies are walking all around the neighborhood here in East 47th Street South and Independence and down here on Northfleet. Well, some of them are living up in those woods back behind O'Reilly's and stuff, I guess, still. But we're going to show this. See, the best way to do this is to show this, how this. Let's see if I can dim this down a little bit too for you guys so I can. He's going to go left, but the other one went right. Look where this is going to turn. Well, right into TOMS bar. Now, hold on. Look at that. Hold on. All right. So I wanted to get my trusty pen out here and show that. Now, why would they be going up, between 10:30 and almost midnight doing all that? Like I say, they travel in 2 and 3s here. But before that, there was bikers going up and down. Well, I'm sure some of them these are bikers too, but they're in cars. But see, this is a second pass, and that truck's still there. Actually, I made 4 passes around here because I wanted to see what was going on. That truck was always sitting there. Except maybe Independence and Jackson County Sheriff might need to take a look at, or Kansas City, Missouri here. Wanted to show that real quick. Now hold on. And this is, like I say, on my third pass. You see that white vehicle? A lot of white vehicles moving around up and down 47th Street. Some of them the same ones. But like I said, this was the first time tonight that I seen them actually go to this TOMS bar, some of them. That's weird, man. I mean, why would they be doing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Something Independence needs to be taking a look at a little bit more. All right, guys, you remember the other vehicle that I said to turn back towards 7-Eleven? Well, I'm going to prove something else, because when I come back down there in that third pass, this vehicle here was back down right back on Northley, down 47th Street again. I'm going to prove that. Now, hold on. Okay, guys. Now, I'm coming back down. This is my third pass. I think this is the right one right here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's it. That's it. So they made a run. They're running in the whole neighborhood. And they're going around certain blocks. I've even tracked some of these even to a couple of houses. And, you know, like I say, they're dealing drugs. And it's over and over and over again. So what do you guys think of that? This is Kansas City. Wish I could get that in a little bit better for you guys. There, you can see it. It's the same vehicle. Now, why would that be going on? You know, we're talking 11:30 at night after here. Over and over again? Kind of weird, guys. I want to show this one more time, though. Now, this is on my, I think it was the second pass here. Yeah, this was the second pass. There goes the front vehicle. Man, that one's moving on. That's the one later that went towards 7-Eleven. But the other one's going to go to TOMS. And they're going in circles and circles around the blocks over here. Moving something. That's crazy stuff. So you guys can actually see what's going on here in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri. See, there goes the car right there. There it is right there. Hold on, let me make sure I got it on the tablet, because it's hard for me to hold this and I'll do all the rest. It's turning right there. That's one going to TOMS. And this one's going to turn and go towards 7-Eleven. So they're moving stuff. So Independence could sit down here in Northfleet and they could, you know, check these vehicles out. That one didn't even have tags on it. You know, they could stop and say, hey, you know, you don't have no license plates. You know? And there's the one going into TOMS right there. There's, like I say, I tracked 3 of them that went in there. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. So what are they moving in and out of this place? I don't know. But, you know, when they draw attention to themselves going up and down 47th Street and pulling stuff that they do, and they're going in circles and going in circles, and they're moving something. I mean, from about 10:30 on. But anyway, I wanted you guys to see that. This is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri. Maybe a Jackson County Sheriff and Kansas City, Missouri, and Independence get together to kind of watch this bar here. Then, since if all that activity is going on. Well, I found that, guys. That was up there at the old Strike and Spare. And these were all the ones that were up there, some of those bikers. Don't these hats look like a little bit different? Yeah, I don't know. I think Independence needs to take another look at all this. Now, what's interesting about this Strike and Spare, where this carpet place is supposed to be, they've got machinery in there now. They put like I don't know if they put a machine shop in there now. Makes me wonder if they're waiting to try to buy that other Gordman's area and Toys R Us area up or something. Somebody, you know, trying to buy all the areas up or something. Maybe somebody should start looking at this a little bit more. But this is just interesting. And this is where, you know, they had that big deal going on and stuff. I noticed all those other signs that they were affiliated with were taken off up there too. And they were affiliated with some other different groups. It was kind of strange. Very weird. But like I say tonight, this is where I track those vehicles to. That's different. Maybe the police, I mean, a lot of police out there anymore. They got a lot more out there, and they are looking, and they are stopping these vehicles, which is a good thing. So hold on. All right, guys, we'll wrap this up. So, I don't know. It's Thursday night. Well, actually Friday morning now. But very strange. And I'd like to show what's going on here in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri here. Keep those drugs down. Keep that stuff cut down. Boy, and there's a lot of them pushing it. We're not talking about just the weed. We're talking about the fentanyl, the meth, the cocaine, a little bit of everything else out there. And it must be pretty profitable because, I mean, when they're running in 2-3 vehicles and they're running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth all night long from 10:30 at night till 5 a.m. in the morning, they must be making a pretty good profit. Well, some of these vehicles too don't have no tags on them. They don't have no license plates on them. They got expired temp tags. They need to be stopping them because they need to make them accountable and make sure that these people are legal, that they're not wanted by the law and stuff, and definitely need to be looking at this. Like I say, Independence is out more, but they still need to be doing a lot more over here in this area because there's still a lot of stuff going on. And like I say, that Latino up there, he like, I'm taking over, Well, what's sad about this, and I will say one more thing, Manny's just posted something yesterday, and they've been down there for a long time. And it's a shame, that, it don't matter what color you are. It don't matter. I got a real good black friend. I come from the 80s. I come from where everything should be equal from everybody. But the thing of it is, that ain't the way this is. They're still pushing, all these ones are still pushing an agenda. And they want to control things, and they want their stuff here, and other ones want their stuff there. I mean, nothing's never changed, guys. It's just continuously going on. But, like down there, they're talking about leaving downtown. I worked down there for 3 years down there, a place called the Citywide. It was across from the Hereford House down there. And I did hazmat shipping, receiving. I worked on other machinery and did other things and stuff like that even. It's just a shame that, and you got good places and good people, and the city can't get a control on this. Well, they can get a control on it if they want to arrest these people, if they want to arrest them, if they want to confiscate the ATVs, the motorcycles, the cars that are doing burnouts and stuff, and take them. Even if they lock them and put them in, and hold on to them, how long it takes to go through court and stuff? It would really mess them up if they could just lock them down and stuff. If they could just lock them down. Then when they get to court, it could take months and months on that, which is a good thing. Because they won't be using those vehicles. They won't be using those cars. They won't be using those ATVs. I just showed an ATV. You get 2 gazos behind me with a monkey on the front of it a couple days back. He was crossing over here at Chrysler and 40 Highway. What a joke. Anyway, guys, keep your eyes open. This is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri. And stay safe out there.